Before we start reading through these notes, I want to go over the concept of your base E and natural logarithm. Okay, so far we've been working with logs with a regular number base. Okay, like log base 6 of x equals 3. The only difference between this type of logarithm and a natural log that we're going to be working with today is that your natural logarithm is in base E. So you could write it as log base E of x equals 3. So you just have a base of E. And E is an irrational number. It represents a number, kind of like pi represents a number. But it continues on and on. It doesn't stop. And so instead of having to write out the number every time, they just call it E. Okay? And there's actually a key on your calculator. If you look, there's actually two. It's the second function key. So the division sign, the E is right above your division sign. So you can press second and divide, and it gives you just an E on your screen. So if you press enter, e to the first power is 2.71828, and so on. Now there's another one. See your logarithm key down here? Right below it is an ln key. Right below the log is an ln key, and right above it is e to the x. So if you have an exponent other than 1 that you want to raise e to, then you can use that one. And it automatically gives you the little flashing exponent thing. So second, e, you get the flashing exponent. I'm just going to put in a 2 to square it. Then you have to remember to get off of the exponent. If you have it flashing up there, I always have to arrow over to get it down from the exponent. And that's your e squared. 7.38905, and on and on. Okay, so what they use base E in is for banking and a lot of science like growth and decay. They use base E. So instead of having to write this log base E all the time, they decided to rename it just to give it a shorthand name, and they call it LN. Okay, so that's what this unit is going to be about, or this section is LN. And you write it the same way, ln of x equals 3. You just don't have to write the base anymore because it's understood to be base E. Okay, so let's read through the notes and then do some examples. So if you could start, Audrey, please read 2 sentences and then have someone else read.
E is an irrational number like pi. It is used in exponential functions involving continuous interest in such things as rate of decay or growth. Faith.
The ln key on the calculator is used in problems involving E. Any problem that involves an
LN.
ln
Yeah, that's fine.
The base is E instead of number.
We don't write E as a base. It is understood to be E when we use ln.
To change from log form to exponential form, the process is the same. ln 3 equals a means e a equals 3.
Okay, so e to the 4th equals b means ln of b equals 4. So all the properties that we learned with logarithms, those are all the same. They apply to natural logarithms. The way that we treat a natural log is the same as how you would treat a regular logarithm. So on number 1, e to the 3rd equals a, and they want you to rewrite this in log form. So you're going to write ln, and the base is e, and it's fine. If you want to put a subscript e on there, it's not going to be wrong, okay? If that helps you remember what the base is, that's fine. So it's ln of a equals 3. So your natural logarithm always equals the exponent as well. Any questions? You guys want to do 2 or 3, or you guys got it okay?
Sure.
Okay, so go ahead and do 2 or 3, and I'll do them up here. So we're just rewriting in log form. All right, so on number 4, it says write in exponential form. So they give you the problem ln of a equals b. Remember that your base is e. So in exponential form, you're going to have base e to the b power equals a, and that's an exponential form. Okay, so number 5 is a typo, so we're not going to worry about number 5, but go ahead and rewrite number 6, and I'll rewrite it up here. E to the a equals 2. Any questions? Okay, so on number 7, it says write each expression as a single logarithm. We're going to use the properties that we learned a couple sections ago about with regular logarithms. This 3 in front of the first natural log is an exponent for the 10. So I'm going to rewrite it as ln of 10 to the third minus ln of 8. And they want us to simplify it all the way down, so we'll go ahead and do that also. Okay, so since you're subtracting the 2 natural logs, that means I want to divide the parts. ln of 1,000 divide by 8. And that's going to simplify to be ln of 125. And you could simplify this even more by changing this 125 as 5 to a power. So 125 is 5 to what power? To the third. Okay, and then your final answer would be taking that exponent and writing it in front of the natural log. So 3 times ln of 5 would be your final answer. Any questions? Okay, let's look at number 9. You guys want to try that one on your own, and I'll do it up here? Any questions? Okay, I'm going to stop here and then finish recording next step.